Just like I think the majority of America, I did binge watch Stranger Things the day it came out, but I wanted some time to marinate on it, kind of think about the season. It's a lot to take in, but now I've kind of got some thoughts on it, so here we go. So Stranger Things Season 2, or Stranger Things 2, as I believe they're labeling it on Netflix, is Season 2 of the hit show Stranger Things on Netflix. The first season came out last summer. It was amazing. I loved it. Everybody else loved it. So in Stranger Things 2, Will is back from the Upside Down, but he's having these weird visions. We don't quite know what's going on, but something's coming for Hawkins, something dark, something evil. And I think that's all the plot I'm going to go into for now. Obviously, there's a lot more to it. Now, Stranger Things Season 2, I thought was equally awesome, just like Season 1. I think it might have been better than Season 1. I'm not quite sure. The thing that they do so well is there's a lot of characters and they're all balanced. Now, granted, they can do it better than a movie can because they have a lot more time. But I was just really impressed with how they balance their characters because you have your core, you have, Mike, Dustin, Lucas, and Will. Then you also have Joyce and Hopper, and they have Bob now, played by Sean Astin. And Hopper kind of crosses paths with Paul Reiser, who's taking care of the lab now. And then there's also Eleven, who's mixed into all of it. And you also have some of the older teenagers like Jonathan, Nancy, and Steve. And with the exceptions of Paul Reiser and Sean Astin, that's pretty much all just the returning cast. They also introduced new people in addition to Sean Astin and Paul Reiser, and I thought they gave a good amount of screen time to each person. Just like the first season, I thought everyone in this was great. I thought Winona Ryder, who, upon rewatching Season 1, her voice kinda started to grate on me a little bit. Now, I get it, because her child was missing. What I like about this season is that she's given some moments of levity, especially with her new boyfriend, Bob, who, Bob, by the way, was awesome. I loved Bob. I had some theories about Bob going into it. He's just a really lovable, nice guy that Joyce is dating. I thought he was really fun. He was a nice addition, and all the kids were great. I thought a standout was Noah Schnapp, who plays Will, who was someone we didn't really get to see much of in Season 1 because he was in the Upside Down for the whole time. He was great. The kid is amazing. I believe Noah Schnapp actually voiced Charlie Brown in the Peanuts movie from a few years ago. And looking forward, this kid, he has a bright career ahead of him. I thought he was awesome in this. He was able to get a lot of emotion and a lot of darkness too. That's stuff that happened in Season 1. The kid's not quite okay after all of that. But he also has his friends backing him up, and I thought Finn Wolfhard was still really good as Mike. I thought Dustin and Lucas were cool. And actually, there's a new character to their team. Her name is Max, or Mad Max as she's called sometimes. And I thought she was really cool. She didn't feel like an 11 replacement to me, which it's easy to see her as being just an 11 replacement. She's not like 11 at all. She's way different. The kids, they're in middle school, they don't really know how to act around a girl, so that's kind of funny sometimes. And she has an older brother who's played by Dacre Montgomery, Jason the Red Ranger from the Power Rangers movie. Now, Dacre Montgomery was good. The character he plays, the character of Billy, I hate it. But you're supposed to hate him. He has some conflicts with Steve, and he's not like in the series too much. He's just a horrible person though. You want to see him go down. Getting into some of those older kids, Steve was another big standout for me this season. He was someone who at first in Season 1 I didn't know where they were going with him. He started to win me over near the end of Season 1, and this season I liked him even more. He has this little relationship with Dustin. They form this unlikely pairing that I thought was cool. Nancy and Jonathan kind of have their own little side campaign going on in this. It's cool, but there were a couple times in those plots where I was like, okay, can we just get back, Will and Joyce and Mike? And speaking of side campaigns, yes, Eleven is back. She didn't die at the end of Season 1, which it looked like she did. She's back, and she has another side quest that she's going on, and they actually dedicate pretty much an entire episode to just that. I've heard some gripes with that episode. I did like the episode, and I liked the relationship that she has with this other person who I won't spoil. They almost kind of had like this young Professor X and Magneto thing going on, except a lot darker. But I actually kind of did like that 11-centric episode. Now, was I missing the people back in Hawkins? Yes, I was. But I still thought that that episode was good. For the season as a whole, I can't really find any weak episodes. I thought the whole thing flowed pretty well. It's actually an episode longer than Season 1, which I enjoyed. I like these characters. I like getting to spend more time with them. And Stranger Things is a series that I never thought needed a Season 2. I thought Season 1 was good. I thought they should have ended it. That being said, Season 2 is also still really great. There's more of the stuff that you grew to love in Season 1, and they're able to build off the story of Season 1, but it's not completely dependent on the story of Season 1, if that makes sense. And there's more cool 80s references. They don't beat you over the head with them. A lot of them feel very natural. And on top of the pop culture references that the cast are throwing out, there's also these cool plot homages that you see. Like, I saw a lot of Aliens in this movie, some Terminator in this movie. But again, they don't beat you over the head with it, and I can't say it's necessarily subtle. It rides the fine line in between. So Stranger Things Season 2 is really just, it's more of what I loved about Season 1. It's more of the characters, it's more of the cool sci-fi and the 80s references and the 80s feel. The dialogue is still great. The kids still act and talk like kids. I liked Joyce, and I liked her relationship with Bob, and the fact that she is a little more toned down this season. Hopper, probably still my favorite character in the series. He's still the man. It really really is, it's just more of what made the second season good. So go check it out. I can't really think of many like distinct flaws with this season. I guess maybe they could have balanced some of the side plots a little better, but that's a minor thing. I mean, I still enjoyed every subplot. I just enjoyed certain ones more than others. So I'm sure most of you guys have already watched this season, but if you haven't watched it, please go watch it. It's great. And you can watch the whole thing in like a day, or if you're a normal human being, maybe pace it out over a couple days. This is one of the first seasons I actually like fully binge watched out of just all my TV watching. I think I watched the whole thing in about 25 hours, so I kind of went a little crazy with it, but it's warranted because it's really good. So Stranger Things 2, have you guys seen it? What did you guys think about this season? Let me know down in the comments. And thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys liked it, you can click subscribe and check out some of my other videos, and I'll catch you guys next time.